Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and happy Halloween to you all. Now, of course, because it's Halloween, I was drawn to this particular puzzle, but also because its constructor, Willpower, pointed it out to me in a previous comment on another video. And you've got a classic Halloween scene here. I mean, classic, admittedly, when I wanted to do a Halloween puzzle, I was really thinking more of a Day of the Dead kind of theme, so a lot more colorful, vibrant, almost like happy. Think the movie Coco from Pixar, as opposed to sort of the classic, spooky, scary Halloween. But with the word spooky in the title, I think, my choices were a bit limited. So we got the classic jack-lantern, scarecrows, cemetery scene, bats, of course. No ghosts, though. And that's quite telling because when you look at today's puzzle, there is actually a ghost. You've got sort of a ghostly apparition here. You've got sort of a face, eyes, I'm guessing nose and mouth and teeth. And then a tombstone right next to it here with, I guess, text on the tombstone. Now, for those of you that are tuning in for our normal, much more approachable puzzles on Tuesdays, just if you don't mind, it will be posted tomorrow instead. I think it's totally appropriate to have something that's based on the theme of today. So let's take a look at the rule sets. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply, so that means the digits 1 to 9 in every row, in every column, and in every 3x3 box. That's one rule. Second rule is RENBAN. So numbers on purple lines are each a set of non-repeating consecutive numbers in any order. So for example, I'm going to use this now. That's a bit of a cheat. If I'm going to use this one, I'm going to say it's 2. So you've got a 4-cell RENBAN line here. So I could do 2, 3, 4, 5, and like I said, it can be in any order. Or the other order would have been, 1, 3, and 4 to make 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, the order clearly doesn't matter. It's just on aggregate, all of the digits on this line have to be consecutive. We also have killer. So that's the killer cages. So numbers in cages sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. So for example, this cage here, which you can see surrounded and defined by this dashed line, and sums up to this number that's pointed at to the top left, which is 8. And essentially it means these 3 cells are going to total up to 8. I don't have a simpler one, but I'll go for it. So this could be, for example, a 1. I guess to get to 8, you need these 2 cells now to add up to 7. You could do 3 and 4 as one example. Last rule set, we've got KROPKI pairs. So numbers with a black dot between them are in a ratio of 2 to 1. So continuing with the 2 example that I had placed here earlier, because this is a black dot adjacent to it, connecting these 2 cells, this has to be in a 1 to 2 ratio. You can choose 1, 1 times 2 is 2. You could choose 4, 2 times 2 is 4. And not all possible dots are given. That's all the rules we have for today. And if you're not scared by any of what I've just showed you, because, it is Halloween after all, link will be in the description down below as usual to play along. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. So some of the cages are just like totally known. So I picked the 8 cage deliberately because it's not known, but the 23 cage, there is only one way of filling this in. It's 6, 8, 9. Essentially, the maximum you can do in 3 cells is 24, 7, 8, 9. If you take one away, it can only be the 7 decreases to 6. Anything else would break. Similarly, the 17 cage is also known. That's 8 and 9. Nothing else will get us to 17 and 2 cells. The 6 cage is also known. This can only be 1, 2, and 3. What else? 15 cage, that's now known. So essentially a 15 can only be done in 2 ways. It's either 6, 9 or 7, 8. Now the question is, what is that cell? Because it's not 6, it's not 8, it's not 9. It can only be a 7. Therefore, this can only be an 8. That's not an 8. We need a 1 in the 8 cage. Can't get to 3 cells without a 1 to an 8. Because if you remove the 1, 2, 3, 4 would be the minimum. Add these up and it's a 9. So I've sort of deliberately ignored the cages with Renbans, but maybe they're not actually that difficult if you think about them. Knowing that all of these are adjacent, actually let's do the 14 cage because that's the easier one. Knowing they're all adjacent, so the minimum in 4 cells is 1, 2, 3, 4. But obviously that adds up to 10, not 14. Now, literally, if you increase every single one by 1 digit, so it becomes 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 15. I've just added 1 to every single one of these. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5. And this clearly cannot be a 5. That's 2, 3, or 4. I imagine we're going to be able to restrict it further if I think about the 26. So the 26, the maximum is 6, 7, 8, 9, which is a 30. I need this to be 26, so I'm taking 1 away. So no 9s, 5 instead. And again, no 5 here, no 7 here actually. No 7 there either. 6 and 8 can only go into 3 and 4, not a 2. The 18 will also be known. Essentially, it's 1 up from this one, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6. And actually, this one is a given. Amongst 3, 4, 5, 6, only the 3 and 6 can be connected with a black KROPKI. 4 could absolutely be on a black KROPKI though, but we don't have 2 and we don't have 8. What else am I thinking of? Let's have a think now. I mean, the 28 cage is only partly interesting in the sense that it must have an 8 and a 9. Essentially, the way I've just quickly figured it out is, it's 30 was 9, 8, 7, 6, and this is 2 away. So the top 2 digits basically have to be in there. And clearly the 8s are not in box 2 because I've already pencil marked it in this cage here. Not hugely interesting. I'm just taking a look at kind of rows where we've pencil marked a lot and they're not that interesting. I mean, I know this is 6, 7, 8, or 9 because I've done all the low digits. And this can't be a 3, so this can't be a 7. So, I mean, I can pencil mark this, but it's not really moving me forward much. I mean, I don't even know. Let me explain kind of my thought. Because this is an 8-cell Renban, which means it's either the digits 1 through to 8 or the digits 9 through to 2. Then I'm looking at these black KROPKI dots and I'm thinking, do I even need to have a 3, 6? And I think the answer to that is no. I could have a 1, 2 and a 4, 8, and I'm still not going to have a problem. And obviously no 9s on the Renban line, so that's not the next step. Right, so 1s are in there. 1s are in here. Is that at all helpful? Maybe? Yeah, it is. So let's follow this logic. The 1s are not there, obviously. We've just penciled. So there's a 1 in the 8 cage, meaning no 1s here. No 1s in the 26 cage. 1s are definitely in here in the 16 cage. Eliminating 1s from this row. Now take a look at box 5. These are not 1s. Can't put a 1 in a 15 cage, 2-cell 15 cage. That places a 1 for certain on here. Now going back to my earlier statement, although actually it does a bit better than this before I finish that thought. Look at the 1s in here. 1's there, 1's there. That means there is a 1 in this quadruple, and it can only be in here. So that's 1, that's 9, that's not 9. And let me finish that thought. So remember I said earlier this could have been 1, 2, 4, 8. That's not true anymore because I've already got a 1 in here. So there has to be a 3, 6 on this. And a 3, 6 cannot be on this pair because that would immediately break the cell. It will leave me with no possible answers. So that's the 3, 6. 3, 6, not 4, 6. These are not 3s anymore. This is from 2, 4, and 8, and there's definitely a 4, because it's either 2 and 4 or 4 and 8. Again, no 1s. The 4 is now looking at this 4, 5. That's a 5. That's a 4. This 4 is looking at this 3, 4. That's a 3. These are not 3s. This is not a 4 either. This is a 2, 5. We've got the 5. That's a 2. That's not a 2. That's a 4, 5 pair. This 2 goes back down here and removes the 2 as an option. So that's a 4, 8 pair looking at a 9 and an 8. And then the 3, that's a 6, a 3. And then to finish the column, we've got 1 and 7, I think. Although with these ones here, more importantly these ones here, that's the 1, that's the 7. Where does 9 go now in box 1? We've got 9s looking in here, it's not there. That's a 1, 9 pair. Leaving me with 6 and 8, and it can only be in this order because of this 3, 6 pair up here. So that's 8 and 7 with a 9. 24, I need 4 to get to 28, so that's 4, 9. Got a 4 down here, that's the 4, that's the 9. This 8 is looking at the 6, 8. So that's, I mean, I've got a 3 in here as well, so that was obvious. So these are not 6s, that's not an 8. Have we got any more things that I can put in here? Maybe. Not sure. So 10. Seriously, none of these? 4 8s, 3 6s. Yeah, 3 6, 3 6, 4 8, which means this is not a 9 because we've got a 1 on here. We knew that for a while now. So I still need to put 2, 5, 7. 1, 2, 5, and 7. Okay. And I have very little information about what I can do with any of them. So moving on. We've got a 10 in a 19 cage. These need to be 9. It's not 1 8. It could be 2 7. It's not 3 6, and it's not 4 5. It is 2 7. So that's 2 7. I've got the 1 2 3 triplet in here, giving me what the order is. That's the 7. That's the 2. That's the second 4 8 to finish the box. So that's the 4 8 pair. Again, nothing to disambiguate. I need a 2 and a 7, I'm going to say, to complete the column. And a bunch of digits here. I'm not sure that's going to help me. We've got a 4 looking at the 6 cage. So that's not a 2 4 cage. That's a 1 5 cage. Therefore, that's not the 1. That's the 1. That's the 5. That's the 1. These were from 2 and 7, I remember, to complete the Renban. I mean, the 15 cage is incredibly restricted at this point because it can only be 7, 8, or 6, 9. But amazingly not resolved. Which I don't entirely get. I mean, like, am I missing something? Probably. Yeah, this 8 cage, so it could have been 1 3 4, but this 4 breaks that. So this is 1 2 and 5, meaning this is a 3. meaning this is a 1-2 pair, I'm going to say, to finish the box, which you can see now there's nowhere else for the 2 to go but here, which is the least helpful option because it still doesn't disambiguate this. So we've got 6 8s, we've got another 7 9 with a 5, which I can basically put anywhere. Well, actually, let's have a think about the 16 cage. Maybe I can't place it anywhere. So that's 12. Sorry, that's 3. From the 16, I need to get to 13. Because that's not an option. I couldn't have placed a 9 in here. Sorry, because that 4 is not an option. 9 is not possible in here. I need something that adds up to 13. So it's 5 or 7. And this would be, unfortunately, a triplet of 5, 7, 9. This 7 up down here actually might help me resolve a few things. That's 8. That's 7. That's 9. That's 6. That's 8. That goes with a 5. That's a 7. Lovely. And to finish these columns, I need a 2 in here, a 3 in there. Then I need a run of 4, 6, and 9. No 6s, no 9s. That's a 7. That's a 2. Unbelievably, the 4 8 is still not resolved. I mean, come on. Have I got anything else? Oh, yeah. 4 5 R. 5. Yep, 4 5. No. Yep, resolved. 1 2 1 9 6. Not 6. It's an 8 9 pair. That's an 8. That's a 9. And then we need a 3 and 4 in here, and the order is as such. That's not a 3. What do we need in here? A 4, which could only be in there, and a 7, I believe. 7 goes in here, just Sudoku, with these 7s basically eliminating literally every cell except this one. Therefore, this is a 3. That's not a 3. That's the 3 from the 1 2 3 triplets. So here is a thing of beauty, which, knowing Will as a phenomenal constructor, it must be very deliberate. You might think on first hand that the 1 can go in any of these 3 cells, but that's not true. If I put it on here, that tells me that's a 2, and that's a 1, which breaks the Renban line. So there is no 1 in here. 1 has to be on this Renban line, which can only be joined with a 2, because that's the only adjacent digit. So that's 1 2. Complete the row. That's the 3. That's 4 8 9, or 8 9 because I got a 4 in the column. I'll need another 4 8 with a 5, which I still can't place. Come back to it. Done the 7s. What do we have in here? 1 2 3 4. We need 5 6 9. Not resolved. So I guess to basically make progress, we're going to have to figure out this tombstone Renban line. And the question to ask myself is, how many cells first? So 3, 3, 2, so it's 8 cells. So it's either 1 through to 8 or 2 through to 9. So if this is 1, that's 2. Where would the 2 go on the Renban? Because I've removed that cell. Well, I mean, it's removed anyway. There is no 2 in here. So essentially, there is only one place for 1 or 2. Yeah, it can't be in here because that's a 1-2 pair. So yeah, very clearly, very deliberate by Will. So this is not another 1-2. That's the only 1-2. It's got to be a 2. 1, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2. So we need a 9 on here now. So 2, 3. I need a 4, 5, a 6, a 9, and an 8. I need a lot of digits. That's progress. I'll take it. And have I resolved any of these? Yes, this is a 9. This is a 5, 6 pair. Are either of them resolved? Nope. Is it literally just this Renban now to resolve things? So can I get any other more free cells, basically? So I need a 4, 6, and a 5 on this row. No 6s. 4, 5 in here. And 5, 6 in there. This is 4, 5, or 8. All of them are available. This is 5 or 6. I know what this digit is, surely. It's 4. Which removes 4 from here, 4 from there. This is a 5, 6 pair. This has to be another 8, 9. So 5 and 6, meaning that's not a 6. 4, 9, 8. Finally, the 4 8s are resolved. 4, 5, 8, 9. I've already placed the 9, so that's the 6. Yep, that's the 5. I was thinking that looks like a deadly pattern. There must be something resolving it externally. 6, and a solution to today's puzzle. Fabulous puzzle, Will. Not so spooky. Highly approachable. Very well constructed. I mean, the genius with this 1, 2 and the 1, 2 in here with the tombstone is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Again, the one trick here to confirm the 3, 6. The black KROPKI dots to basically help you resolve all of these cages. The 8 cage with the 1s that just help you resolve all of this is just fabulous construction. Fabulous construction. Well, thank you very much for the puzzle, Will. I hope you enjoyed today's puzzle and today's video, and I'll see you back for the next one. Bye for now.